I recently passed my PL300 by Microsoft. Now I'm officially certified by Microsoft in Power BI, so this is cool, right? Well, I'll tell you all the good and the bad about the Microsoft exam, and I will also tell you what to expect and what the process looks like so that nothing catches you by surprise. Hopefully, if you are considering taking the exam, this video will help you. Firstly, only you can answer whether the exam will be worth it for you, but I will tell you everything I liked about it and everything I didn't like. First thing that I actually liked is I learned something. I've been working with Power BI for the last 4 years. I've done a ton of projects and I still picked up new information from learning towards this exam. I believe the reason for it is you kind of learn your base knowledge about Power BI in the beginning, and then you keep applying it for every client. And at least it's like this for me. I use the same set of techniques on all of my projects and for all of my clients. But there's more to it. The product has been updating every month for the last 4 years, and new functionality has been released. There are some things that are very theoretical about Power BI rather than practical. For example, data modeling and understanding that disabling some features in Power BI can help you speed up your data model. Like, this is a very theoretical thing. Even if you practically work in Power BI for 4 years, unless you read it, you will not know it. So it was worth it for me from that perspective. Now, I don't want to create an impression that you need to have 4 years of experience in order to pass the exam. I do believe it's going to be quite useful for beginners as well. The reason being, the curriculum that Microsoft provides is actually very beginner friendly. Everything is organized into learning path and everything is free to access. Within each learning path, you will find some modules. Within each module, you will find the articles that guide you through the content. There are good screenshots within the articles explaining you where to click. For some modules, you will also find labs, so you can open the virtual desktop and you can kind of click through all of the things inside of Power BI, which I found really cool actually. If you're considering whether it's worth it for you, whether you'd learn something new from the exam, what I recommend you do is go into the Microsoft website and take in a practice assessment. What it's going to do for you is going to rank you across 4 categories of knowledge. This would be Power Query, data modeling, managing resources in Power BI service, and also data visualization. So once you complete your test, it will give you your score across each of those 4 areas, and it will tell you which areas you're good at and which ones you need to work on. And I believe this is very helpful. You can then learn a bit more about the areas where Microsoft has told you you're lagging behind, and Microsoft tells you exactly the learning paths and the modules that you need to take in order to do that. If you're planning to study towards your exam, this is exactly how I recommend you do it. So you first take the practice assessment, see where you're lagging behind, and then you just do these modules, take the practice assessment, again do the modules, take the practice assessment, and just iterate this way. For me, it took me 2 days to complete all of my studying. This was 2 days that I took completely off work and only focused on studying towards the exam. So if you have a wealth of experience, I would say 2 days would be enough. If you are somewhat new to Power BI, I recommend you take a bit more time to prepare. Now, in terms of what the exam looks like, this is actually quite interesting. So Microsoft sends you a link on your email, which you open and you can take the exam there. Once you open the link, you need to enable your camera and you need to show your government ID, which is also a bit interesting, but okay. And then you actually have to show around your room. So you have to show that no one else is there. They basically want to see that you don't have any notes on your desk. So the chances of cheating are minimized this way. I had an interesting situation during my exam where I kept my headset on. I just forgot about it. And as I was taking the exam, somebody else joined my call and told me to remove my headset. So they're actually monitoring, what you're doing during your exam. So the chances of cheating are very low, and this is why the exam is credible, in my opinion. Now, the things I don't like about it is once you get certified, it actually expires in 1 year. So if you want to keep your certification, you have to retake the exam every year. In my opinion, it's a bit of an overkill. Like, if there was a way to do the exam, only based on the updates of Power BI to show that you're staying up to date, then I think it's a better system. But I don't know, maybe Microsoft wants us to just really polish our basics, every year. So another thing that I don't really like is the cost of the exam is not standardized. So let me make it clear, there is no cost for you to study towards the exam, but if you want to take it, you have to pay for it. And the cost is different depending on where you're located. For me, it was £150 because I'm in the UK, but I have a colleague in Lithuania, and for him it was only €100. So it's also a bit not standard. All in all, I would say it's the most credible certification you can take on the market. It's the only one which is endorsed by Microsoft. So I would say that if you want to show off your skills to potential clients or employers, it is worth it after all. Or it's worth to at least be able to say that you've taken this certification at least once in your life. I had a situation on a call with potential clients where I just brought up that I recently passed my exam, and immediately they told me, so we already know that you have the minimum experience to get the work done for us. So I believe this is what the exam does. It shows that you have the minimum technical skills to get the work done. Everything else just depends on your portfolio, your professionalism, the way you think. But, the exam is just there to demonstrate the minimal level of technical skills. So I hope you found this video useful, and let me know if you took the exam yourself. Maybe leave a comment how your experience was. Maybe it will help some other people who are watching this video and considering to take this exam. And stay subscribed. So hopefully I will see you in the other videos. Goodbye.